Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to episode 19 of Firemind. So, many things have happened in the last couple of episodes, but most importantly, the conflict between dwarf and elf is slowly starting to boil up. In the last episode, we had a slight disagreement, to put into friendly words, between the elves and us when they wanted us to stop chopping that many trees, which is, of course, absolutely unacceptable. As a response, Baroness Ozol decided to display a couple of dead trees as a trade good on the next occasion when the elves showed up and meant to trade again with us. So, of course, the other side of the response was to slaughter dozens of hapless trees. So it is only a question of time until there will be retaliation of sorts. Therefore, today's episode will be a lot about the surface works. I want to start building the castle, or I don't. We're not starting to build the castle. We're seeing it to. We're working on some completionary parts of it. Also, I finally want to do something about the pillars here. It's just wicked and nasty. It bothers me for such a long time already. So happy that we got this going now. We're making it with boulders, and therefore it should look quite nicely at the end of the day. I do like it if your fortress has these little organic little things happening, like here, some walls like these. We will engrave them ultimately, and they will look really nice. Okay, so the Stoneworkers Guild Hall is finally a guild hall. I think I have failed them at this point. I think we failed an agreement there, but it's okay. It won't have any too heavy repercussions. Speaking about repercussions, though, I am really unhappy with the amount of booze we are seeing here, but the farms look nicely filled, so let's wait it out for another time before I do too much effort all at once. Now, out here at the fortress walls to be, my god, all those muscle shells. I hope they will deteriorate fast. Otherwise, we'll have to put them down onto an atom smasher and tell you what, we're going to construct one of these marvels of dwarven technology here right away. Because I really don't like what's culminating here. So, it's a very simple solution, in case you don't know it already, but I bet most of you will know it. We're putting down the atom smasher like there. Yeah, we smash with coal. Whoopsie, wrong button. Damn. I love the idea of putting up a atom smasher out of bituminous coal. No, why ever? I don't know. Okay, lever right next to that. Garbage dump right next there. Done. We don't need that much more. But we should pause that for a second until this construction is ready. Otherwise, this can cause death and mayhem. Alright, so apart from that, I want to draw a couple of simple lines for today, you know? Like here. That's gonna be the start. We got a handful of granite blocks. And therefore, it's about time that we start working to fortress this place up. I see this from a narrative point of view as follows. Uzol, as the Baroness of this place, will now see that peace with the elves is no longer an option, as they want us to stop producing glass by forbidding us from chopping trees. This is where she drew a line. This is where the elves went too far, and this is where we are building a big fat box around ourselves to show them the dwarven finger. And this is only where the story begins. Alright, so let's do this like that. So we need to... Let's see. Oh, that tree is in our way, but luckily we're going to build over it, so it's not going to be an issue. These trees here are wicked, by the way. They'll smash holes into the ground. Alright, we're building it. Finally. The real horrible part will be to build that whole thing on the top of the mountainside, but we are today just going for the foundations. One of the most important things when you want to build a castle or any other type of huge structure, take it one particular step at a time. Always check on the step that you have right ahead of yourself and don't worry about the rest. The best part about Dwarf Fortress's building system is that everything is quite modular and expendable, replaceable, extendable. There's a lot of abilities in this building system. Jokes aside, we have really little issues with replacing things later or stuff like that. This will be really the least of our worries. Alrighty, nice. Now, like what's going on here, don't you? We're also sealing off ourselves right now. We're drawing a full circle box around ourselves now, so probably I should leave a path open here, huh? So let's do this like that. I hope this is wide enough for wagons to pass through. We'll see about that. And now begins the flooring. Yeah, this'll be, as you see, 270 granite blocks just for this little stair. Oh my god, I hate it. This is where it's starting to be really, really costly in terms of blocks and workforce and everything, basically. But this is also the part where it starts to look really, really cool. So, yeah. You have to bite a bullet one way or another, I guess. Okay, so... yeah, this is also engraved. I'm very sad that constructed walls don't get a distinguished look from being engraved. That would be really cool. Alright. Spring is nearing its end. We will greet our next caravan with this fledgling little fortress. Imagine them coming back from last year and seeing that. Yeah, that's gonna be something along these lines will be on the minds of our dwarfs here. Let's etch out the mountain here a little bit. Tame it. Comb it. Make it look fancy. Let's see. I don't know if I will keep this like that, but I also don't want to destroy all natural structures right from the get-go. Alright. So, the corpse stockpile is going to get extended down here, and then it gets raised. Ooh, just like that. You cannot build on top of a stockpile as of yet. It's a shame. I really hate it, honestly, but meh. It's also not that horrible. Pull the lever, Jurist! You should never stand on top of a drawbridge when it gets flung upwards. It's really bad. Okay. Crank. And now the Atom Smasher is ready to serve. So, let's see. If I put a trash can command on top of all of these, will that work? I really sincerely hope so. Okay. Jobs like these, they take not too long to build, but the repercussions in my system will be now tremendous, as we have just placed down like 800 granite blocks or so, I don't know, something like that. Downstairs in the fortress now, there is a spree of reorderings of granite blocks now happening just while we're talking. So that's really hard to digest for our workers. Luckily, we have legendary stonecutters, so that shouldn't be too much of a big deal. So let's see if that'll work out or not. Okay. How many granite blocks do I actually still have? 220. Just barely enough to cover this square here still. But that's okay. So I'll be stopping this very soon. But I just want to place down the remaining work orders here. Okay. I really don't know why these corpses don't get disposed of. This is one of the things that really baffles me. I mean, this whole command exists to put things into a garbage dump stockpile. Either I don't have enough haulers currently busy, which is what I'm suspecting, or I don't know what black magic is at work here. Here I could imagine that that being in the refuse stockpile is messing up with the commands here. Could imagine that. But at the end of the day, I don't know. Maybe you guys know. Let me know if you know. What I did find quite amusing is that somebody has lifted the mystery of the lungfish remains. I don't know, did I explain that already? I think I didn't. So I was wondering how the lungfish, sometimes live lungfish, made it up until the pasture or this area here. There's also lungfish remains. The answer to this mystery: cats. They hunt those, and then they go, "Look, Eurist, I brought you a present." No shit. That's how the story goes. I am. This is one of the moments that I find so endearing about Dwarf Fortress, as it shows me that this game seriously has a level of realism that you can look after at another games, but you won't find it. Now then, I also wanted to do another thing today, something that was really, really important to me. So let's see. We got this area here, right? Let's check back with it. Should seal that door again. But apart from that, this is where this is our malachite business. Okay. So now we go upstairs. There we go. And now we go further upstairs from here. All the way up until we hit this level. Then we go from this level and excavate a nice little area there, which will then connect conveniently over there. This will be now our turbo access to these deeper layers, as I really found it intolerable for our dwarves to be working under these circumstances. The downside is we have to work our way again through aquiferous layers of stone and whatnot, so there will be quite an effort here. So, let's see. I want to check out one thing. Human Chancellor. Yeah, we are going to interrogate all of the humans. Also the Chancellor. I want to know what's going on. Goes one particular Thaltic. So, they have to live through that now. Very sorry for them, but that's the way it goes. Okay, so let's get back to our city district, where our brave miners are going to chow themselves through that. So this is really necessary for us, as it will relieve our people from a lot of business. So we're going to let that pass. But I somehow still stay with the narrative that Doltic assumes the humans were thieving our artifacts, and I personally, as a player, think so too. That artifact theft, I bet it was the humans, but little do I know. That's why we keep interrogating people, and I really hope that Thaltic will become better at judging people. Alright, so now the worst part is going to be the part when we hit the aquiferous rock part, because then we have to reassign all the jobs again and again and again and again and again and again and again until we are through with it. I hate this so much. Yay, Dolomite. Wait a sec, Dolomite? We haven't had any Dolomite before, I think. Was it Dolomite over here as well? Nah, it was rock salt. Hell yeah. So, you really do notice the biome borders. So, that is cool. We got another entirely new biome to discover for ourselves. Love it. Alright, so we're going to assign smoothing jobs here. Added. More people arrive. Hell yeah. So sadly, we don't have time for checking back on them, as we need to continue our excavations here. This is probably one of the worst parts to deal with in this game. Ah, dang it. This is the wrong command. At the same time, I don't want it any other way, because these safety overrides, you could configure your DF hack in a way that it would ignore these safety things with the damp rock and whatnot. Or I think it is even in the basic settings for the game. I cannot remember anymore. Either way, I really think it is a good thing that these exist. Okay. So, there we go. I've been loathing this so hard, but, well, sometimes you just have to do that. Alrighty. Well, let's see. It's sadly also quite a trip for our mining dwarfs, so they don't get the jobs done as fast as I'd want them to. And at least my engravers or my smoothers are getting their smoothing done super fast. So we can quickly order them to make sure that there will be no bigger mess. It is really important, though, that we have this wide amount of staircases here. Like, we do have a lot of stairways here right now. But if we want to haul things downstairs, upstairs, and all, we do need quite a lot of transitioning space, so to say. We also have the problem that the aquifer is by now churning out quite a lot of water. As you see there, it's getting more and more nasty to stand in there. But whatever, we have to bear with this. Nah, you silly game. Okay, we need to dig deeper. And at this point, we also need to do a little bit of a trick, as the water is by now just too much. Oh dear. Is this even getting assigned anymore? No, it's not. Oh, dang. So yeah, we need to channel. It's because of our smoothing is not getting done fast enough, but it doesn't matter at this point. So here you see what's happening. The water is taking control over the area, and our miners have trouble getting there, so we resolve this by adding in more problematic areas. But on the bright side, this does distribute the water even further, and therefore you can go for more of it again. Yeah, well, we do it like that. So... that's the problem with digging wider stairwells through an aquifer. One easy brute force way is just doing it like that. But they messed it up, I think. Yeah. So we do it like that. So that's what happens if you don't act fast enough. Sometimes the user interface is just from hell. Okay. Yeah, wide staircases are fun to build through aquifers, as you see there. At least the smoothing business is done now. And the most important part that we needed to get done is to make more room for the dwarves to get their job done with. As you see now, we're able to dig out larger and larger portions. Of course, we're also adding the amount of water here that is able to flood down there. So, as you see here, this room is getting more and more problematic. But that's okay. Let's put a smoothing job on these. And hope that they're going to work fast enough now. So we should be through it very soonish. Shouldn't last that much longer, actually. But now you know why I was kind of like really loathing this task. Quartzite, okay. That's an entirely different stone again. Alright. They're still picking up the jobs. It's a good sign. Dropping the jobs right away again. It's not so much of a good sign, but eventually we'll be through with this. Oh god, I hate digging through huge aquifers so much, but well, what gives? It's at least no heavy aquifer, and it's only one layer. It's only a light. It's not that super deep, I mean. It is a fairly deep aquifer, yes, but... let's just say I've had way worse here. I've had way worse. Damn, I didn't expect this to be such a nuisance and such a tremendously nasty task, but here we go. And just because we haven't had enough trouble already, our manager is going onto a artifact crafting spree. No, that's not the right wording, but he has the urge to craft something special now. Oh, by the way, we are already way past the aquifer. Whoopsie. So now we need to do something. First, we need to cherish the fact that we are through with it. So there's the last water. No more new water. We can't stop smoothing at this point as well. It's no longer necessary. And we can also just start digging downstairs more like this. Because that will spread the water over all over the place. Okay, so that's our adventurous little staircase. But at the same time, this will be really, really good for us, as we will have now a direct access to our to the area where we want to go for the malachite and all. There we go, our copper mines. We can already almost see them. So we're going to gush some water on top of their heads. It's gonna be fun. Alright. So this thing went much, much wider than I actually expected it to be, but whatever. So at this point, we are now going to construct a staircase. No, with the planner though. What have I done? That's not what I wanted. Because I don't have any clue what the what kind of material will be used. Here I love to use the classic DF system, as I want to use just the locally sourced slate. You know. It's for me the easiest way to get the job done, to just use the boulders that lie around there. And here we use the same method. Boom. Just like that. Let's construct... Yeah, well, whatever. Okay, the farmers want a Grand Guild Hall. From all people, the farmers want the first one. And the human mercenary is visiting. So, Inspector Foltig. There are no open cases? Please, what? This, you gotta be kidding me. This is not a cold case. This is, theft of our artifacts is anything but not a cold case. Jeez. Yeah, well, as you see, it ain't that easy to find any evidence, but whatever. One day we'll be getting there. Also, I noticed that my drink production is exploding. Maybe I should give those farmers the extra credit they've been asking for. So, okay. Here. This bit requires some smoothing, but it's not possible. Whoopsie. Yeah, well, whatever. Small amounts of water just evaporate in time. Doesn't matter at all. So, what do we have here? Moonstone, rough zircon. Jeez, it's quite a interesting thing there. Okay, but we finally did it. We now have a direct access line to the rest of the mines. It's a bit rough on the edges still, but it'll still help out a lot, because before that, our people had to walk up there. And, well, there was no direct connection to the stoneworkers' workshops, so they... Let's see. The upstairs was there, and... Oh, never mind. This wasn't actually as good as I thought it would be. Oh, well. We'll see about that. Different drop points never hurt, actually. Wait a sec. No, I confused myself. So the old point here was that one, and it went down, down, down here. Up until that point. Ah, yeah, but there was no if you wanted to transport malachite, you had not such a direct access before. Exactly. This is now the direct access to our copper mines, which is really important at the end of the day. Now, I knew that this had some substance, but yeah, sometimes things are a little bit as they are. Anyways, we have built the foundations for our castle. I like what I see here so far, but there's a lot of work to be done. So I'll be exiting the episode for today here. I thank you so much for watching. Let's see. We have a barrel which has been claimed as a family heirloom. You do you. And yeah, let's see what we're gonna get ourselves through next time. We have one thing. This little snuggly place will be next time transformed into a grand guild hall. I have no clue how we do this, but I'm looking forward to it. So leave a thumbs up, consider subscribing, leave a comment, check out the description box. There's tons of links down there leading to all the other Dwarf Fortress things that I made. And of course, check out Patreon, PayPal, or buy me a coffee. I'd be delighted if you'd give them a look, as they are the best ways and means to support this channel. And as usual, thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate, and I hope you had a good time. So let's put a chest into the Baroness's chambers and say goodbye for today. See you there, and thanks for being around. Bye bye.